3 mile running, right?
Yeah.
If Snow had offered to take me on 3 mile runs, I'd be like, where are we going to start? Are we going to start at did you run 3 miles right at the gate and do it next to Snow?
Well, there's breaks when he does his chin-ups.
So that's what you needed to get 3 miles next to him.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had rests.
We would take a break, and he would, however long it took him to do 10 chin-ups, and it took him a while because he took a net and put the 2 medicine balls in it, 20 pounds each, and then he's got like an S hook type thing. I can't do it with my hands, and one of the hooks goes on a belt that he had custom made, where it was Velcro together and then stitched so it wouldn't come off, and so he'd hook that onto his waist, and he'd do his 10 pull-ups, and then we'd go around, and every 2 laps, every half mile, we would stop and drink water. That's how we kept count. So he's like, yeah, we drank last lap, so now this is 4 laps, or yeah, we drank last lap, now it's 8 laps, so we keep, it's quarter-mile track. So yeah, I could do 3 miles the first day. I was beat. I was fucking wasted.
I would be. Yeah.
I almost fainted. I wasn't eating at the same time, so like I was running and not eating. And when I got in the shower, my hands went numb and my feet went numb, and I could barely get dressed. And so I almost fainted I had to turn that water all the way to cold and like blast myself with cold water to like not pass out in the shower. I did not want to be unconscious, naked in the shower.
No, it seems like a poor
Even Snow would
Andy
be like,
Dufresne realized he should have eaten breakfast.
And it's at that moment Andy Dufresne realized his ass wasn't nearly as tight as he imagined. They slid in easily, helped by the lubricant of the chili he hadn't finished that morning.
Unfortunately, it was very spicy.
Yes.
Were there any fights while you were there? Like, I know you weren't in any. You did. So,
No.
Even though there was a constant concern about fights, it wasn't a constant occurrence.
No, it was not a constant occurrence. It was there was talk of rape though. I talked to people who had been sexually assaulted and people who had witnessed sexual assault. The gay guy next to me, they had been coming after him a lot because he was like 20. He was 20 years old and like fit, and he was doing like 2 years for cocaine distribution. He had an ounce of coke he was selling, basically. Real nice guy. He was one of the few people who was intelligent enough to have a normal conversation like I'm having with you guys. Like, I was like, what kind of TV shows do you like, man? He goes, Trailer Park Boys, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Parks and Rec. And I'm like, my nigga. All right.
It's a winner.
Don't say that.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, keep it down. Keep it down. Just between me and you. So yeah, there were definitely like talk of that had happened and that did happen. And both consensual and non-consensual, but it was like, don't.
So he had been frequently raped. This guy you're talking to. Did he manage to stop that from happening going
Yeah,
forward?
he eventually told on the person, and he was pretty ostracized. Snow even said it to me. He's like, that faggot. He snitched on somebody who was trying to get after him, and I'm thinking like, well, what's he gonna do? What
did you play into it?
Snow?
Like, yeah, what a bitch.
What a bitch.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm with you. What are you going to do? This is like when parents tell their 13-year-old to just pop that 16-year-old in the nose. Bullies are actually very weak people. No, they're not. You stupid fuck. That's why they bully.
Of the wrestling team.
They're
Yeah.
bullying you because they can.
They're bullying you because they're not at even risk. They can easily take you.
Dude, I can't, like, the scariest thing you've said so far is when Snow came in and was like, man, there's guys who want to get with you or whatever.
Oh, that was the black guy. Yeah, the black guy said that.
Oh, the black guy said that to you. Like, if someone said that to me in prison, thank God I'm not nearly as pretty as you are. Like, I would have been like, what do I do? Like, what's the move? Do I just go about my mile?
It stressed me out. It stressed me out so much. I didn't know what to do. I knew I couldn't tell because you can't tell. It would be the equivalent of like, if you're in like the 5th grade or something and Billy's fucking broke your pencil and you went and told Miss Walker and she goes, all right, I want the class to hear this. You've been picking on little Tommy here. Billy broke his pencil. Billy, you go outside and sit in the hall. I don't want anyone to be picking on little Tommy here anymore.
Tommy, you take that supple little ass and sit it back in your seat.
Now everybody's like, all right, bitch. All right, bitch, that's what you do? Okay. So you can't tell. You can't. And that's why when I would talk to Kitty or Chiz or anybody, I would be like, yeah, no sweat, because the guards are listening. And if I'm just talking to you saying, yeah, man, they're threatening me in here, the guards are going to have to be, because it's recorded and monitored, they're going to have to do something. And it's going to get back that I said something, even though I didn't go like tug on a teacher's shirt tail and cry like a bitch, you know, I did sort of say something that got back to the guard, that got back to them.
That makes sense.
And I didn't want that because I knew that would only make things worse. Like the worst thing that was going to happen was I was just going to have to get in a fight. We were just going to have to fucking fight it out before anybody was going to fuck me or anything. And I was going to end up in the shoe probably alongside them. And I was like, that's not that bad. As long as they put me in the shoe with them, we're straight. I'll steal my books.
That's not how solitary works, Kyle. Maybe
Oh,
you're
it's
not
two man.
kidding.
They call it solitary, but it's 2-man cell. Yeah.
Oh, I was joking. Okay, that's a surprise to me. All right.
It was to me too. It's kind of an oxymoron. Solitary housing unit. Yeah, both of you get in there.
So they could put a rapist in the shoe, and then someone smokes a cig, and they're like, "You're going in there with Rapey Ray," and you're like, "I'm so sorry for smoking. Like, I promise I'll never do it again. Please don't put me in there with him."